What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the AFC Newark Career Mode Season number 2. Gets kicked off today, and we are starting by taking a look at the board objectives for Season number 2. We are into League 1, of course, after promotion last season. The board want us to go up again. They also want us to reach the round of 16 stage in the FA Cup. FA Cup, of course, last year we did very well in. They want us to try again in the FA Cup, so that's going to be prioritised along with the promotion. They want us to get 5.2 million from shirt sales, which you can see we are already on the way to doing. We are a couple of weeks away from the start of the season right now, and we have already done a little bit of business. We'll get into that in just a second. They do want us to sign 2 players with the crucial and important role of the club to try and strengthen the squad. We've already done that with 1 player, but we need to do that with a second for the brand exposure, as well as getting 5 clean sheets in away matches this season after our terrible defensive record last year. Although, to be honest, towards the back end of the season we were better. We should be able to do that. Youth development, we've already nailed these. The critical priority and signing younger players, younger than the age of 20 with greater potential than the average overall of the current players. We've already done that with the 3 players we've signed. We'll get into that in just a second. And for some reason, our confidence rating is still really low, 54. The board just aren't happy with us for whatever reason. We'll try and fix that over the course of the season, hopefully. A new season and a new kit modelled here by Sam Goodwin, our captain in the new home kit here. We've also got an away kit. We'll show you that once we get to the first game of the season. We have actually also upgraded the stadium this year, adding a few more seats around the place and improving the facilities. Put a lot of work in over the summer. Work has also been done on the transfer market. We brought in some free agents. Stanley, a central midfielder, 18 years of age. He will join us off the free agents. We've also signed Janvier. He was playing for Brentford last season. He was released in the summer. We were monitoring him because we knew his contract was coming up. He was released and we went and picked him up on another free transfer. This guy goes into the starting 11. You'll see why in a second. Ollie Hunt has also joined us on a 3, another 17-year-old central midfielder. This guy is also very good. Gale's joined as a 19-year-old centre-back on a free as well. And then this guy who is just phenomenal, Araujo. I didn't know whether to sign him or not because I knew that he was just going to be that good after the initial scout report came through, and it was too tempting not to. I don't think I'm going to start him over Logan Hicks. I'm going to stick with Hicks to begin with and maybe try and ease this guy in a little bit rather than rushing him into the first team. But I'll show you his stats in just a second. You'll see how good this guy is. Unfortunately, we did end up losing Reggie Stevens. He went to Newcastle, who have just been relegated from the Premier League last season and looking to rebuild in the Championship. Hopefully one day our paths will cross with Newcastle. Maybe this season in the Cup and FA Cup draw would be very nice against them. So with all that transfer business done, this is how the current lineup is looking for us. The 11 with Jakonski 67 rated in goal. Logan Hicks starting left back, 70 rated now. Janvier comes in and replaces Reggie Stevens. He's 70 rated. Goodwin is 73 rated. Now Sessegnon is 70 rated as well. So a very strong back line of 70 plus rated players. Hargreaves starting on the left hand side. Stanley comes into the starting 11. 69 rated. Oakley Booth 67 rated now. Mitchell Lawson on the right hand side 63 rated. And Billy James up top at the moment with Sino Berahino, new signing on a pre-contract last season, of course, joining up with us this year, and he starts up top, 70 rated for Sido. Of course, Owen Morris still injured, and we'll take a look at who we have on the bench. Will Myers on the bench, 64 rated, starting to drop behind Jakonski now in terms of overall rating. Jakonski getting a little bit more game time last season, and Myers, the older of the two, just going to play back up now for the rest of this season, I think, or for this season. Not going to be getting a lot of game time. Araujo is the left back. He is a Brazilian left back, and I just wasn't sure whether I wanted to sign an 18-year-old Brazilian left back off the free agents, but I just couldn't help myself. He looks so good and already better than Logan Hicks, but I feel like Hicks has got to keep his place in the side for now. Araujo, though, will definitely see some game time this season, and he will probably leave us not too shortly. I'm sure he'll be snapped up by a bigger club and we won't be able to keep hold of him, but we'll enjoy using him for now. Gale joins us. He's 70 rated, the centre-back as well. 19-year-old English, and a little bit of pace, good defending, good physicals, left-footed, and I think, him and Janvier coming in could definitely help us defensively get them clean sheets that the board are after. And Aniran drops to the bench here, 67 rated. I forgot to show Stanley, actually. I'll show you this guy. 74 pace, 73 dribbling, can play centre mid, left back or right back, and a very versatile player to have in the middle of the park, 18-year-old, and of course from England. O'Sheng and Frankie Kent still on the bench, as well as Nicholas Hyde, who will start on the bench this season. Did a lot for us at the end of last season, but we'll try and monitor him. If he keeps growing and outgrows Billy James this season, he'll replace him depending on when, of course, Owen Morris returns. Ollie Hunt, 65 rated, the 17-year-old, another central midfield option for us. Louis Atkins still around the club at 63 rated, another centre-back option in Doyle, who we had last season. He's slowly dropping down the pecking order, unfortunately, but we'll definitely get some game time this season. And we've also called up a few players from the Youth Academy and a couple more players down here who aren't going to get too much game time, probably looking to get moves for these guys away from the club. Owen Morris now down to 69 rated and is dropping in rating while injured. It's not looking good for his career. We'll see when he finally does return how he is looking, but yeah, not looking good for poor Owen right now, I'm afraid, after the knee injury at the end of last season. But the starting 11 is looking strong. I think the right-hand side is where we're really lacking. We've got a left winger there at the moment in Mitchell Lawson. He played there last season for us, of course. He's got good pace, and it's just the overall rating is not quite with the rest of the team. We're almost on like every position 70 or almost 70 rated, so we've got a good standard everywhere apart from this one spot. So maybe we'll look to put some money into bringing in a new right winger. Now, this guy was mentioned in the comments, Ben Brereton Diaz. To bring him in, he can play anywhere across that front line, left wing, right wing, or striker. Playing at Blackburn at the moment in the Championship. Looking to get in the Chilean national team and keep his name there. And I don't think if we bring him down to League One, that's going to help him in his international career. So I don't know if this is the right move for him and us right now. I'm sure he would definitely improve our first team and that right wing spot. He would definitely be, the player in that position. But I'm not sure whether it's the right time for us right now. Maybe if we get promoted this season, bringing him in next year would be a decent option for us, depending on how Blackburn do, of course. Either they get promoted to the Premier League, maybe not. If they get relegated, definitely would be an option for us to bring him in. But we do have players on the list right now who I think could be an option to bring in on that right-hand side, and that's Chris Willett. We've been monitoring this guy for the past season. He's been on our radar. We know he's got decent pace, 71 rated, which is a lot better than Mitchell Lawson, and playing at QPR, who again are in the Championship, but probably not seeing as much game time, he's not looking to get into the England international team, so he's not worried about that as much. He just wants some good first team football, and I feel like he could be a very cheap option. We've got money, we can go splash big cash. But I think Chris Willett could be an option. Let me know in the comments whether you think I should go for Willett or if there's another suggestion for right wing. I'm not going to sign anyone just yet unless anything happens in the transfer market in the 2-week build-up to the first game of the season, which is Plymouth, which will be the game today. And we'll now start advancing forward. I think that's everything we need to say before we can move on here. So we'll head towards the first game of the season. If anything happens, then we will bring it to you. But for now, let's start advancing. Got an offer for Zhikonski for 2.4 million here, and I'm not going to accept that. Not a club that I really want to see him go to. Babakar's faith, no. Another offer for Zhikonski. Nîmes Olympique have come in with a bid. They're a bigger club, but I feel like I just want to hold on to Zhikonski a little bit longer. Maybe if a bigger club comes in, we'll be tempted to take the offer. But for now, I'm going to try and stave off as much as that attention as we can. He's clearly got some eyes on him right now, Zhikonski. Bid for Billy James here as we get to the first day of the season from Famalacia. I'm not sure who this club is. 1.7 million they've plucked up from somewhere, and they're looking at Billy James. I'm going to have to reject this, I'm afraid. We also have the final scout report on Brereton Diaz, 73 rated. If you think he's the man for the job, right wing, let me know in the comments. Obviously, my opinion on it, but if you guys beg for it, then I can't really deny you, and we'll try and get him in. 4.1 million will cost us. We've got the money. We come to day 1 of the season and we can show you the new away kit. Here it is. We stick with yellow and purple for the theme for the away kit. Got the fractured, glass shattered type style on the kit with the purple lines through the yellow base, purple shorts and yellow socks. Full look at the home kit, full look at the away kit for this season. And it will be the away kit that we actually have to feature in here because Plymouth's kit is a dark green. It's not quite matching the dark purple, but I don't want to have 2 dark kits on the pitch, so we'll come here in the away kit to start season number 2. Lineup is as follows. Plymouth are a very good team. I'm expecting a decent challenge here, a decent measure of how we're going to perform this season. They're expecting us personally to be up the top end of this division with the squad we've got. Plymouth could shock the system here today though. Big following away behind that goal for us. You can see all the yellow shirts out, fans loving the new away shirt. Sino Berahino ready to start. How many goals can he get for us this season? He will get us kicked off. Back to Billy James, and we are underway in season number 2. Plymouth early possession here. Ennis goes really wide with it, down into the corner, back to Edwards. Comes in on the edge of the box, looks to bend one. Oh my God, what a finish that is. Welcome to League One. Jakonski nowhere near it. The captain bends one in. It's Frank Lampard been reincarnated here. What a hit that is. Oh, we wanted to keep clean sheets away from home. We've started by conceding in the opening few moments, and Plymouth are coming forward again here and looking dangerous. It's Ennis. Back to Bernauga and then out to Edwards. Kamara. Edwards has it on the right hand side. Can he find a cross in? He finds Ennis. Ball comes in. Cleared only as far as Bernauga, got saved by Jakonski. Janvier into Sessegnon. We need to settle here. Hopefully Booth is going to evade that challenge only just. Should be a booking really. As Stanley first involvement for the young central midfielder into Theo Hargreaves. Now Billy James. And Logan Hicks, who had a very good season last season. Can he do it at League One level? Attacks the byline. Ball comes into the box all the way through. It's Mitchell Lawson who couldn't control it. It's going to hit him on the way out. And a disappointing end to that attack for us there. Now Tashan Oakley-Booth playing a little bit too erratic here, a little bit too fast paced. Just need to slow it down and have a little possession. Logan Hicks, Stanley, Oakley-Booth, Billy James. Now Berahino, Logan Hicks, Stanley. This is better. Build the attack. Got to have something at the end of it though. Logan Hicks. It's Berahino. Turns onto his right foot and tries a worldie of his own. Cooper denies him his first goal for the club. Oakley-Booth comes over to take the corner. It'll be swinging towards Janvier. It's going to be headed away towards the edge of the box. So Lawson picks it up. Logan Hicks will find Stanley. What to prove this man. It's nice. Billy James back to Stanley. It's wonderful football. Stanley hits it and scores his first goal for the club. What a finish that is from him. The 18-year-old midfielder. A debut goal. Lovely little bit of football between him and Billy James with a 1-2. Hits it across goal into the far corner and levels this game. Logan Hicks is going to get out the ball there as the Plymouth striker didn't want to run back and just stood and watched. Here's Hargreaves. And it's Stanley. He's onside for a second. Stanley scores his second. And Newark lead 34 minutes into this game. Stanley with 2 on his debut. And from centre mid, this man is scoring goals. This guy could be Frank Lampard. Reborn. Scoring goals for fun from central midfield. Half-time whistle should be going in a second. That's almost given away there though. Berahino throws himself into a challenge and a half-time whistle goes. It's 2-1 to Newark at the break. To start to League One for Albie Stanley. Mayer. Hardy, edge of the box. Looking for a dink ball over the top. Cesar Young had spotted it and intercepts, and we can find a ball out to Mitchell Lawson. A couple of men around him. Evades a challenge, but only just. I thought that might have been a free kick there. And Mitchell Lawson not given for the tackle from Kamara. Now ball through to Mayer. And puts it in. Good block by Logan Hicks. Fantastic defending, but the clearance only finds Ennis. He's called upon again here to defend. All out wide. Again out wide to Edwards. Ball chipped into the area. Jakonski commands in the air, but offside flag was up anyway. Bobby Stanley. Lovely little turn from him in the middle. Finds Sido Berahino. Oakley Boove. Bobby Stanley. Oh, what a ball to Billy James. Stanley, oh my God, what a player. Finds Billy James through with a picturesque ball. He can't quite make it through and get his first for the season, Billy James. Bobby Stanley is looking phenomenal. Oakley Boobe's corner. Headed behind by Mayer, and it's going to be a corner from the other side. The Hargreaves with this one. An out swinger towards Sam Goodwin's head this time. Is it going to fall in the area to anyone? It's not. Cleared away. Sessegnon. Janvier out to Theo Hargreaves. Ball crossed into the area. It's flicked away by Gillespie. Cooper and Plymouth should be able to clear the danger here. We'll keep the pressure on though, and Sessegnon gives away a foul. Oakley Boove. Another good performance from him. Such a solid character to have in the middle of the park, and now with Stanley in there as well, that could be a deadly partnership in the central midfield this season for us. Antoniran's got to try and break into that that partnership somehow with his performances, or accept his role as a squad player off the bench to date. With a chance to do that. He's missed a tackle there though. Shirley puts it through to Mayer. This could be dangerous. Good defended by Janvier, but it's going to find a way through and off the post. Is it going to fall to a green shirt? It will, and the leveller from Mayer is there. Plymouth equalise. 68 minutes played. We've just made some changes. Now we might have to make our final change with the thought of managing to get back ahead here in this game, and I'm going to do something a little bit drastic here. I'm going to put Araujo at right mid. I know he's a left back. He's got pace, and he could do something in behind maybe. Adeniran out to Sessegnon. Nicholas Hyde looking for Adeniran. Ball bounces to Araujo. Right-footed crossing. Cleared in front of Billy James by Gillespie. Oh, Logan Hicks has took one there. And he gets a free kick for it as well. He's okay, thankfully. It didn't hurt him too much. Albie Stanley has a free kick. Araujo. Back to Albie Stanley. Hits one from range, and with the ball it goes. Now Mayer on the edge of the box. He wants to beat his man, but he's giving it up there as he gets past Araujo. Adeniran. Poor pass from him is going to be cut out by Bolton. And a little bit of tug-of-war there from Janvier in the middle has brought down his man. Referee hasn't punished either player for the tangle when Logan Hicks gets a tackle in. And uses his physicality to manage to get the ball up to Billy James. Needs a bit of support. If we're going to keep the ball here, he gets it from Theo Hargreaves. Now Stanley. First time ball into Nicholas Hyde. Adeniran looking for Billy James. Can't quite find it. Cooper, the goalkeeper, decides to kick long. And Goodwin gets there. Adeniran keeps possession for us. This is good. James round to Theo Hargreaves. Have some men in the box here for Theo to try and aim for. Hargreaves is going to get the cross in. It's straight to the goalkeeper though, and Adeniran couldn't quite get across him. Kick from the goalkeeper goes outfield very quickly, and it's going to come back at him here. Adeniran. Nicholas Hyde, can he beat his man? He can't. And a fast-paced end to this game here. Plymouth now look to nick it late on. Kamara turns inside. Good tackle from Adeniran. That's better. Can he find the pass? No, he can't. He's giving it away. And that's given away to Billy James, though. And the final chance might fall for us here. It's Billy James. Stanley can't find a way through. And 30 seconds left on the clock. That might be it here for us. They've gone backwards. There's no one there in the yellow shirt to nick it, though. And the referee will he won't allow Plymouth to finish this attack, because that would have probably been the winner. And 2 minutes after the initial added time, the full-time whistle will go, and it is a draw on the opening day at Plymouth. What a game it was, though. Albie Stanley with a brace on his debut, and could have had an assist for Billy James with a beautiful weighted ball through as well. It didn't quite get the finish from James that it needed. It's a point to open our campaign. A well-fought point for us, and a home game to Portsmouth up next. Game's not going to get any easier. They're one of the better clubs in this division as well, so that's going to be another tough test for us. That's in the next episode. Let me know your suggestions for that right wing, right mid spot, though, for the transfers. Like I say, we've got about 14 million to spend. It's a lot of money. I don't want to spend it all, of course, but let me know your suggestions. And that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one very soon.